Yeah. This ain't no handouts. No shortcuts. No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
No
No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, now the whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshake, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turn losses to losses, then flipped it to passion.
Disclaimer: this broadcast is intended for commentary, discussion, and entertainment purposes only. All topics and statements are based on publicly available information, including news reports, social media content, and third-party sources, which may include allegations or unverified claims. The views expressed are opinions and should not be interpreted as confirmed facts. This content is not intended to harm, defame, misrepresent any individual, organization, or entity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. No filters. No middleman.
Just truth.
Souls. Soft rain. Welcome to the no middleman, where the pain turn purpose and the truth still stands. Soft rain bring peace with a beautiful hand. Why plug in wisdom like an old school man? And souls hold a room like a therapist can, breaking down the pressure that they never understand. Yeah, we talking life while the whole world preaching. Oh, no middleman. No middleman. Yeah. Late nights, hard talks, healing through the sound. Everybody got opinions till the real ones around. So speaking deep, why the culture breaking down? Turn trauma into lessons every time he in town. He the platform therapist, giving people clarity, talking pain, growth, purpose, and accountability. Soft rain, smooth with the energy, peace and love, but she still bring intensity. Hottest news with elegance and symmetry. She calms storms while exposing all the industry. Welcome to the no middleman, where the pain turn purpose and the truth still stands. Soft rain bring peace with a beautiful hand. While plug in wisdom like an old school man. And souls hold a room like a therapist can, breaking down the pressure that they never understand. Yeah, we talking life while the whole world preaching. Oh, no middleman. No middleman. Yeah. Plug talking wisdom like your uncle on the porch. Game so deep, make the fake run north. Every word got value, every sentence got force. Giving wise counsel while the culture off course. This ain't gossip, this elevation. Real conversations over manipulation. No middleman, no fabrication. Just soul food for the next generation. No scripts, no masks, just perspective. No middleman. No filter.
Yeah.
No middleman.
Go and grab your wine.
Souls.
Go grab your cigar.
Welcome to the no middleman,
Hey.
where the pain turn purpose and the truth still stands. Soft rain bring peace with a beautiful hand.
Wait, it only starts there. Give me 1 second.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No
You
middleman. So, soft rain. Uncle Plug.
Poppy Collar and Papa Dollar.
No middleman. We said direct. Truth hit harder when the pressure connect. Souls got the vision and the platform respects. Soft rain. Calm vibes, but she couldn't collect. Plug talk wisdom, like the OG vets. Every episode feel like cultural threats. No fake energy, we exposing the mess. No middleman, put the truth to the test. I'm the brain of the operation, therapist for the generation. Breaking down pain, ego manipulation. Every topic turned into revelation. Built this platform from dedication. 20 years service gave preparation. Now I talk life with articulation while the internet chase validation. No middleman, no sugarcoating. See the culture drowning while the fake stay floating. Everybody viral but emotionally broken. I'm speaking healing every time the mic open. Peace and love, but don't get confused. I still bring pressure with the hottest news. Calm in the storm when the timelines choose to turn pain.
I like that.
We
I
back.
love that. That's what's up. That is
That
what's
went hard
up.
as a brick. You dig? That went hard, bro. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Do your thing, Ray. Do your thing, Ray. Do your thing, right?
Yeah,
I got me smiling so hard, my cheeks hurting. Jesus. What is going on, YouTube family? It is your girl, Soft Rain, and welcome back. You are tuned in to No Middleman, where we hold bold conversations, meet raw perspective, and the truth is never filtered. This is the space where ideas will get challenged, honesty takes center stage, and real dialogue always rises above the noise. So settle in, because tonight's conversation is one worth having. And of course, I didn't come here alone. First, we got the visionary behind the platform, the founder of the Raw Society Coalition, and the one who continues to set the tone. We got Souls of Thought.
What's good? What's good?
And bringing his signature unfiltered perspective and undeniable presence, Uncle Plug. To everyone that's in the chat, welcome in. We appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all drop those TWRs for souls, those plug emojis for plug, and the raindrops or umbrellas for me. Make sure, of course, to like, subscribe, and share the stream with somebody who appreciates real conversation. So, Souls, what you got for us tonight?
Hey, man, we got a great show. We got a great show on tap for tonight. Man, I done forgot to put Souls Talk together, but we gonna have it done by the time we get there today. I just thought about it. But we're gonna have a great show today, man. It's gonna be amazing as usual. As y'all see by the title, the white man is on trial, man. We got a lot to talk about in culture, in society. We got to see what's going on with the YT man, man. The YT man is getting a lot of attention lately. It could have been Chud the Builder. Shout out to our dad from what Mark the Great said, man. He's a great father. Appreciate you, big dog. And then we just had a lot going on in society and culture, man. We had the Kevin Hart Roast. And then after the Kevin Hart Roast, of course, Dr. Umar somehow came out of retirement from all the money he was scandaling people from. And everybody just forgot about all that. And his voice is back valid again. And then, we're going to end it up with some Cam Newton and David Banner. I caught David Banner double talking, but we'll talk about it once we get there today. So we got a lot in store for everybody. Tristan said them sirens hilarious, man. I know we gotta get Plug some. I'm gonna have to give him some milk, man. He a free man now, man. His story time gives it, man. Great story time, my Plug, man. Shout out to Plug and Rain. Y'all held it down for the RSC this week, man. Y'all held it down for the RSC this week, man.
Our pleasure.
Y'all held it down. I know a lot of people thought, what is going on? But we're going to flood y'all timeline up this week, man. We got pretty much content every day for y'all, man. We're going to catch everything back up. I only can speak for the three that's up here. We're going to have content coming for y'all the rest of the week. And then we'll see what the rest of the team got in store, man. But shout out to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a great and blessed weekend, man. But we got a lot to go through today, man. He said Rain had a great news. So yeah. Hey, she almost hit. Y'all go share her story. I mean, her show. She almost had 1K.
Yeah,
let's get Rain.
I think we had 898 or something like that.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
get Rain.
Hyper though. I wish I could hype a show.
Yeah. You gotta be monetized. Yeah.
And I'm about 2 away from 200 subscribers. So y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Small gains, big wins.
Make sure y'all go catch Uncle Plug's too. Unpopular opinion. Great one. Y'all need to catch that. It's actually very, very good if y'all pay attention to what he's actually doing on that show. Very, very good concept. Probably go over some people's heads early in the game, but I think down the road it'll make sense for everybody. But great story time as usual. But y'all did a great job. So thank y'all for holding us down, man. I appreciate it. So we're gonna start this thing off like we always do. We got the greatest weather woman, newscaster, breaking news. I mean, we got everything. We got the heartbeat of the whole program. You know what I mean? No one other than Soft Rain with the radar with Rain, man. So we're gonna get her up first and get this thing.
All right, everybody, welcome back to On the Radar with Rain, where we break down stories making noise across the culture, news, and the internet. And tonight, I got a few things to talk about. A terrifying plane crash during the Idaho Air Show. 3 teens now connected to a shocking shooting spree in Austin, Texas. And in DC, a viral video showing absolute chaos inside the Navy Yard Chipotle? How you say Chipotle? Chipotle. As people once asking again, are cities losing control of juvenile crime? So let's get into it. I'm going to start in Idaho, where what was supposed to be a family-friendly air show turned into a terrifying moment in the sky. 2 new U.S. Navy fighter jets reportedly, let me slow myself down, collided during the Gunfighter Skies air show at Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho on Sunday. Officials say the aircraft, identified as EA-18G Growler jets, crashed after a mid-air collision during the performance. So the good news in all of this is that all 4 of the crew members ejected safely. And if you've seen the video circulating online, it's absolutely dramatic. You can literally see parachutes opening in the sky as smoke rises below. Witnesses say the crowd went from excitement to complete panic in seconds. The base was temporarily locked down as emergency crews responded, and investigators are now trying to determine what caused the collision. Was it mechanical failure, human error, weather? So officials are saying right now it's still under investigation.
All right, let's get
National news tonight. The Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho is on lockdown tonight after 2 jets collided during an air show earlier Sunday. You can see in this video the 2 jets collide in midair, followed by a plume of black smoke. All 4 crew members ejected safely, fortunately, and no one at the base was hurt. The event was canceled immediately. The Mountain Home Police Department says the crash is now under investigation. National news tonight.
So I should have gotten an update, but I didn't get an update on that. So I have to bring it on Sunday if anything comes down to see what really happened. I don't know what may have happened. It looked like they probably got misaligned in the air and tangled up.
Yeah, very. This happens a lot, guys. I don't know if you guys get an opportunity to actually watch I think it was either Hulu or Netflix has the air show on the Blue Angels documentary. Very, very unique, man. This stuff happens a lot more than we think. It goes through all the training of the Blue Angels and like what they actually have to expect. And like it goes over the death of a few people who lost their lives from doing just the training in the aerial training. So I would highly encourage people to really look into this, man. It sounds crazy, but this is why all this stuff is so important, man, when it comes to like who we got behind these planes. I'm talking about even big airlines, man. So prayers to the families, man. You said you didn't know if anybody. It looks like they all got out, though, huh?
They all got out, but I don't know if it's like an update into the investigation as the cause of what happened.
Yeah. So, yeah, good story. I'm gonna have to send you another story about what happened in the military. You probably seen it. You just haven't talked about it yet.
I think I may know, but okay. Because I was going to cover it, but then I got sidetracked with everything else going on.
Security forces.
Yes.
Yep. We're gonna do it. We got you.
Yeah. So, did you have anything for a plug? I'm sorry. No, you good? Okay.
I was unaware.
You was unaware. You didn't know.
He's so stupid.
Well, now you know.
I stay out the way, man. I don't want nothing that's gonna bring my vibrations down. Man.
Oh yeah.
Because my conspiracy mind get to running, and I start thinking like everybody suspect.
He said rain that Southern white. Yeah. Like Southern made donuts in Louisiana.
Southern Belle. Georgia all day, every day.
Welcome to the chat, bro.
Welcome in. Make sure you hit subscribe and go over to our other pages too, Soft Rain and Uncle Plug TV, and hit subscribe as well. You'll find our content interesting, I'm pretty sure. So moving on to story number 2. In Austin, Texas, because this was crazy to me. Police say 3 teenagers are now tied to a series of shootings that happened across Austin, leaving at least 4 people injured and an entire neighborhood on edge. Authorities say the shootings appeared random, and that's the scary part. So, according to police, the violence stretched across multiple locations throughout the city over the weekend. Some of those shootings even targeted fire stations. And investigators say the suspects may have been connected to stolen vehicles as well. At one point, residents in parts of South Austin were being told to stay alert as officers search for suspects. And where this conversation gets bigger is that these are teenagers. And we keep seeing this trend across the country. And as a matter of fact, I got a show in mind coming up. So y'all keep your eyes open for that with these teenage takeovers and whatnot, these city takeovers. And we keep seeing this trend across the country. Younger people becoming involved in more serious crimes, more firearms, and more violent situations. So the question really is, what is driving all this? Is it lack of supervision, social media influence, access to guns, mental health, maybe even? So what you got for us on that? Can you roll the clips?
In Austin, that city's shaken up by a dozen shootings, 12 of them all this weekend, all of them believed to be committed by one group. Within the past hour, we have learned those suspects are now in custody, and they include 2 teenagers. Our Priscilla Holguin joins us live now. She's in Dallas. She's been watching this. We know several of these young people we know are now in custody, and police really concerned about the victims also here with everything that happened in Austin. Priscilla?
Yeah, Steve, and police say it was difficult for them to connect these incidents because of how random they were. The fact that the suspects constantly changed cars, and not to mention that the shooting spree technically started on Saturday, with the suspects continuing things today. Police confirm 4 people were injured. They say one of the victims suffered life-threatening injuries. Now, 2 of the suspects are just 15 and 17 years old. We're still waiting for information on that 3rd suspect who was just arrested within the last hour.
We had buildings, apartments that were shot into, 2 separate fire stations that were fired into.
Austin police have arrested 3 people in connection to 12 separate shootings. The first one taking place at a fire station Saturday afternoon, just after 3:30.
We had one cold cam that was up that actually captured one of the shootings in front of a store where 2 people were shot. A woman sitting there, standing there talking to someone, and they drive by and they shoot out their window.
Austin Police Lisa Davis said the incidents took place in south and east areas of Austin. Investigators say the teens stole 4 cars, and because they were constantly changing vehicles, it was difficult to connect the cases at first, but they started picking up on the similarities.
Yeah, so once all those calls came in on Saturday, they stopped for a while. And so I don't know if they at that point decided to go get some sleep, what happened, but then it picked back up at after 8 o'clock this morning when a man walking his dog was struck in the back.
A shelter-in-place alert went out, causing panic across the county.
Very nervous to go out. You never know who's out there. You never know what people are thinking, what they got planned. Everybody's got problems, but man, that's not the way to solve it.
The suspects were eventually spotted Sunday afternoon in the city of Manor.
They made that traffic stop on that vehicle that we put out, the white Kia, and they made the stop. The subjects got out and ran, and they were apprehended. 2 of the people were apprehended. At this point, there may be a 3rd involved.
At this hour, the motive behind these shootings is unknown.
I don't know what a motive is. I don't know what motive would drive anybody to come and drive around senselessly in the city and in multiple parts of the city shooting.
The chief went on to say that with the 2 minors being underage, they cannot interview them, but says that they will be processed and taken to a juvenile detention center. We'll keep you updated with this story, but for now, reporting live from Dallas, Priscilla Holguin, CBS News Tech.
So I'm just out walking my dog, and I just get shot in the back randomly. Just, that's wild. That is crazy. You got anything, Plug? I seen your eyes get big.
Yo, it's
15, 17.
it's summertime and these kids are just out of control, man.
It's hot already.
You know what I mean, man? Like what, man? Some summer programs, some summer jobs, put some money in their pocket, something. I don't know what's wrong with these kids, man. The boys say, man, guns and drugs been a problem since the Black Panthers. You know what I mean? Like, I feel you, bro. Like, man, that this crime is just out of control, bro. Like, these kids they getting younger and younger and younger. I don't know what to say or what to do about this, bro. Pray for the nation. Pray for the youth.
What you got, Soul?
It's y'all fault, Rain.
The mamas.
I'm talking about women in general.
Women in general.
I was just looking at the stats. It's not high, but
Mm-hmm.
women make up about 8% of the police force across the 50 states. That's actually very high compared to where we used to be. Y'all used to be around 2%. I don't know if y'all have noticed the trends even in DC with the mayor, that female governor, and all that stuff and the mayor, there's all that stuff that's been going on. A lot of women have been put into a lot of authoritative positions, and you're starting to see crime get more and more intense. I think it kind of goes back to what Tristan was saying, right? Like bring Scare Straight back and all that stuff. I think women have more of a nurturing personality.
Absolutely.
Y'all want to bring more, kind of what Plug was talking about, some back to school programs, and let's feed the children. No, let's get these niggas and these folks off the streets. Clean them up, throw them away, man.
Mm-hmm.
When they get behind that cage, boy, they gonna realize what it really is, man. They gonna see what it really is. They gonna really understand that the severity of their issue and the severity of their problem when they locked away for some years and get out and be grown.
Hey, shout out to Trisha, man. And we called this at the No Middle, man. We did a whole series about the youth needs us. He said, mama working so hard to prove she don't need a man. Meanwhile, her son's out there taking lives. For real. Yeah. We just kind of messing with y'all, Rain. But I'm just saying, like, literally, if you started to, I would love for us to start keeping up with the trends of every story we do. Mm-hmm. Can we start finding out who's in charge of those cities? And I would love to see, does it really display what we're seeing?
The correlation between crime rates and the leadership.
Because I think women are more nurturing. They're trying to create more programs that helps out everyone. But I think we have to get back to the old school ways of Scared Straight, for real. I think that did a lot. He said instead of kid games, we skipping dads because they're not in the home. Don't think that plays a part. Don't think that plays a part.
He's asking, does that play a part with the kids' dads not being?
Yeah, we covered that here on No Middle, man. We did a whole series. So I told everybody it was the men. The men got to step up, dog.
They gotta be present. You ain't lying, bro.
Yeah, I know we joke and laugh about women, this and that. No, it's up to us. Like, only we can change that. For real.
They said I was pandering when I said what I said. I'm telling you, man. Hey, when I explained it to the young man why things are going the way it is, I say, bro, it's us, man. It's us, man, because we really are short-tempered. We're too emotional as men. We too in our feelings. We let too many things bother us instead of staying focused on the goal. Trying to lead properly, man. Be like, man, like it starts with us. At the end of the day, we can blame her all we want to, but at the end of the day, it starts with us. Everything starts with us.
Yeah.
And it's got to finish with us standing at the top of the mountain, man. We got to get back to being men. We got to stop being metrosexuals. We got to stop being so into this, that, and the third, and be more. The two most important titles that you can hold as a man is a husband and a father. Those are two important titles, man. Those are two very important titles.
But you know what's crazy, Plug? And sorry to get on the tangent, Ray. I know this but looks like what Plug was saying, when you think about like the whole metrosexual lifestyle, you look at Cam Newton, for instance, right? We're going to be covering him tonight, how he dresses and how fashion has become this big icon. You think about Stephon Diggs, how he dresses, and like our black kids, because I'm speaking for the black kids, can't speak for any other race. the black kids are now being raised to be what? Athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you raise a kid to be what they see, it creates what they see, right? So you are going to create like a softer generation, right? They are going to want to have the tote bag, and we've seen them for the proms this year, right? Suits so tight, they want to spread money across their arm for the prom night, and like we really are creating the thing that we're saying we're trying to avoid. But our black kids only look up to athletes, which we're going to talk about this night, but it's just a very unique thing, right? It's like the one thing that can get the kid out the hood. Now, just don't get them out the hood. It changes their whole lifestyle.
Yeah, and make them comfortable. Make them
Yeah.
comfortable.
So you're giving them 2 or 3 million in college in the NIL. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. Man, we're gonna have to do a series, y'all. We're gonna do another series about this, man. I think it's so much. You bringing us some great stories, Rain. Like it's so much that goes into this stuff, man. It's like a melting pot of problems. He said, I'm ready to come to the South. Give me a blick is over. Hey, he said, I agree there's accountability for us. Richard said, I don't know about anywhere else, but boys in Chicago mature
fast as hell.
Yeah, but Richard, that's a problem too, man. I was seeing that when I was out in DC. Yeah. I'm watching little 5 and 6 year old boys walking their sisters home from school. Like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like the things that we used to praise, like the latchkey, what is it? Latchkey kids and all that stuff that we praised in the old day. It was safer back then. Gangs wasn't trying to get your kids on the streets, and now kids are being easily influenced by those moments where parents are not present. Yeah. Back in the days, OGs didn't touch kids. They allow kids to be kids, go play your sports, get home, help your mom and them carry groceries in the house. Me and Plug era is done. Like after us, it's over. Like
because we moved, bro.
But the kids were being kids back then too. They weren't out here being grown either.
Yeah, well, we was, but there was a comfortable median of respect. Yeah, and now it's like the ones that knew better, we moved away. You know what I'm saying? Like we moved away. And now instead of being you know what I'm saying, the pillar in the community, now we just the niggas down the street because like we done moved away from that in the suburbs. I'm guilty of it myself. You know what I mean? That's why I use my chair to speak to my young black men and white men and Spanish guys to get them the game and understand, like, bro, this is bigger than you, and you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. And if you don't tell them from 15 to 23 when they start having these kids, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have some emotional men, you know, fussing with emotional women, creating emotionless kids, dealing with abandonment issues and all that, man. Yeah. For real.
Sorry, Rain.
No, it's okay. Hey, I got one more about the teens too. So
Greg said, man.
Yeah. Nez, I'm in Alabama, but raised in Georgia. If that answers your question. Thank you, Tristan and Scope, for the lookout on that. Getting that person up out here too. So finally tonight, I have a video that has a lot of people in DC shaking their heads. So there's a viral video out of the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C., and maybe Souls can tell exactly where that is. It shows complete chaos breaking out inside a Chipotle restaurant. So we're talking about fights, chairs being thrown, families trapped inside, and terrified customers trying to get out of the way as teenagers reportedly turned the restaurant into what looked like a complete disorder. So, and this isn't happening in a vacuum. DC has already been dealing with concerns over so-called teen takeovers, where a large group of juveniles gather in public places and situations quickly spiral out of control. Officials say Navy Yard has become one of the city's hotspots for these incidents. Prosecutors are even discussing whether parents should be held accountable when minors repeatedly end up involved in violent incidents. That idea has sparked major debate. Some people say yes, parents need accountability. Others say punishment alone won't solve the bigger issue. But the reality is when families can't comfortably when they cannot dine in comfort, when they can't come out here and eat without something going on, without chaos breaking out around them. So what is it? Do we have a juvenile crime problem or do we have an accountability problem?
I don't think they understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and run it.
In DC's Navy Yard neighborhood, our cameras were rolling as a fight broke out inside the Chipotle, where you can see chairs being thrown around. Our Christian Flores is there in the Navy Yard tonight with details about this new disturbing incident.
It was a chaotic scene in Navy Yard Saturday night. First, you had what appeared to be a large gathering of juveniles out here. Then, just across the street, our cameras were rolling as an all-out brawl broke out inside this Chipotle. And now this is the first test to see if the city's top prosecutor will go after the parents of any juveniles involved. 7 News' cameras captured this melee inside the Navy Yard Chipotle. We've highlighted where you can see chairs flying as bystanders peer through the window. And then the aftermath, furniture scattered across the floor as officers respond.
I actually come to this Chipotle at least 3 or 4 times a week. So thankfully, I didn't come here last night.
Just across the street, we also saw police chasing and arresting someone among a large gathering.
It's not shocking anymore since this has become routine on Saturdays and Friday nights, but it's disappointing to know that this is still happening.
All of this comes just a day after U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Janine Pirro, gave this stern warning.
Starting today, my office will aggressively prosecute parents under DC's curfew law. It involves contributing to the delinquency of a minor. This statute makes it unlawful for an adult to enable, facilitate, or permit a minor to engage in delinquent acts.
The emergency order allowing MPD to establish juvenile curfew zones has expired. This means the chief did not have the ability to create an earlier curfew that bans juveniles from gathering in groups of 9 or more when all of this unfolded. While community members remain unsettled by this eyebrow-raising footage, they're pleading for accountability.
It's really puzzling to me because there's nothing here for adolescents or teenagers. So I understand that DC is taking steps and measures to involve youth in different programs, but I really think people's parents need to get more involved in understanding where their children are.
We've reached out.
So y'all seen it, right? Y'all seen it right there. Y'all seen who's running that charge, who's leading that. It's a female. Not to be rude, but she's been there for years. I lived in DC for 5, so I just moved. So like she's been there. Like she's been there when everything's been going on. The Navy Yard is so funny because I used to always tell people when I was down in the Navy Yard, once I seen one niglet in a black hoodie, it was time for me to go. Getting on the subway, time for us to go back home, big dog. Because because in DC, and this is like this in every state, but like in DC, it's certain areas where you can look around and someone will look out of pocket. Like it's not one of those like, oh, it's a melting pot. Like, no, you turn to your right in the Navy Yard and you see 3 black kids, pants tight, sagging with a black hoodie. It's time to go. Like they don't live in it. You can't even afford to eat in the Navy Yard. Like it's you see what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. The Navy Yard, Old Town Alexandra, Annapolis. I mean, everywhere you want to go. Like it's certain places. Once you've seen them, you already. And it's so crazy, man. Because I was just in DC Saturday, and I'm so glad I didn't go down to the Navy Yard. So glad I didn't go down to the Navy Yard. But was in downtown DC. But like this is crazy, man. It's been like that since I got there in 2020 during the pandemic. And ever since then, man, it's been rampant out there. And it's just people are starting to move where the money is going. Like it's no longer like bad things happen in bad communities. No, the bad things are coming to the supposedly good communities. Like, and it's kind of like what Plug said, you do move out from it, but now they're coming to you. So it's super crazy.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It was a bunch of kids right outside my neighborhood. And my neighborhood is super quiet. I mean, super quiet. I can hear the train when they ride on the tracks, and it's a quarter mile away from me. I can hear the train. And I saw them outside, and I just rolled my window down when I rolled by and just said, hey, man, hey, don't do it out here. Whatever y'all plan on doing, don't do it out here, man. Go on, slide on over there, man. Get off Front Street. Like, go on here. Like, because I'm telling you, man, when they start driving laws in here, they is not going to play by, them quiet sectors. And they going to learn. They 15, 16 now. When they start holding y'all for a year, 2 or 3, until you get grown, get of age, and they start smacking you with them charges, and they're gonna hit you with 10, 15, 20. You gonna know. When you get out when you grown, boy, be like Ricky Bobby. I see you when you grown, Ricky.
Like, it's crazy, man. It's sad, man. Like, it's really sad. And it's like, you talk to the wrong person, they're gonna blame it on the white man. That's what we're gonna be talking about tonight. Like, everything goes back to the white man, everything goes back to slavery, everything goes back. It's like, nah, bro. Like, you can't continue to act like animals and not want to be treated accordingly. Like, that's not how the world works. That's not how the world operates. Like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be these parents getting upset, wanting to protest because they ain't at home watching their kids anyway, and it's kids raising kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't no more OGs now, 20 years old. your new OG, 20 years old. Like,
don't know nothing
at all.
Don't know nothing.
Yep. Into Deep. Shout out Into Deep, man, in the chat, man. He said he got a 2 YN minimum. I don't blame you, big dog. Great show, right?
All right, my raindrops. I want to hear from y'all. If you're catching this on the rewatch, which story stood out the most? The Idaho air show crash, the Austin shooting, teen shooting spree, or the chaos inside the Navy Yard Chipotle. Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're catching this on the rewatch, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, because around here, I just don't talk about what happened. We talk about what it really means. So this has been On the Radar with Rain. And to the new people, if y'all want to catch the extended version of something like this, join me on Sundays at 7 p.m. for the weekly Rain Report, where I go over the top news of the week and just discuss it, see what's going on around the country and the world. So this has been On the Radar with Rain, and I'll see you.
Great segment, man. Great segment, man. Great segment, man. I like stuff like that. There's a lot going on in our world, man. And then when there's a lot going on in the world, man, sometimes we can use just a little bit of wisdom, and we got it right here with you. None other than your favorite uncle's favorite uncle, your favorite. I can't say that. He a free man now.
I'm the nephew. Your uncle.
Yeah. What you call it?
I'm the nephew your uncle always wanted.
No, but for real, y'all, this is Uncle Plug with the ageless wisdom, man. That's what I call it, man. Great gem. So here goes the real spill with Plug.
Good evening, family. How y'all doing? Confidence ain't walking into a room thinking you better than everybody. Real confidence is walking in the room and knowing you don't have to compete with nobody. A lot of people fake confidence, that loud talking, always trying to be seen, always needing validation. That ain't confidence. That's insecurity, wearing designer clothes. Real confidence is quiet. It's built through struggle. It's built through surviving embarrassment. It's built through losing and still showing up anyway. See, confidence comes from evidence. You gain confidence when you keep promises to yourself. When you say you're going to grind, and you grind. And when you say you're going to change, you actually change. When life punches you in the mouth and you still stand tall, that's why some people can't be confident, because deep down, they know they quit on themselves too many times. Confidence also means accepting who you are, your flaws, your past, your mistakes, and your growth. Because the moment you stop trying to be everybody else, you finally become dangerous. And let me tell you something else. Confident people don't hate on people. They don't tear others down. They clap for people and they still believe that their own time is coming. An insecure person walks into a room and compares. A confident person walks into a room and contributes. Big difference. And confidence ain't nothing. Confidence ain't about never feeling fear either. Everybody's scared. Everybody nervous. Everybody got doubts. The difference, confidence people move anyway. They speak anyway. They create anyway. They post anyway. They love anyway. They try anyway. That's the separation. You want to build confidence? Start keeping your word to yourself. Stop talking to yourself out of opportunities. Stop needing everybody to approve your vision. Stop letting temporary failures define your future, because confidence ain't something people give you. It's something you build brick by brick, loss by loss, lesson by lesson. And once you really believe in yourself, the world starts moving different around you. I'm Uncle Plug. This real spill. Choose wisely and act accordingly.
Shout out to Uncle Plug with the wisdom, man. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I don't think y'all understand, man. A lot of times people don't listen to the words that are being said. We struggle with this a lot in life, man. I think a lot of people lack confidence, but there's one person that does not lack confidence in this world, and we're going to be talking about that person in the next segment. Let go, Drake's back. Let's go. The Iceman is back. The Iceman is back, man. The Iceman is back. You see it. You see it right here. You see Souls of Thought. Drake sent it to me personally. He sent me a glove. I had to put it on. I had to do a photo op. You know what I mean? We back in the club. We back in the club. You know what I mean? My boy didn't just bring y'all one banger. He brought you not just two. He brought you three. And we got the biggest Drake hater in the chat. His name is Sko. Sko is the biggest Drake hater. So we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking about this. Let me break this up a little different. Hold up. Let's get everybody up here.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So we're gonna get everybody here. We're gonna do a review on Drake is back, man. The Iceman is back. So he gave you 3 albums. He gave you the Iceman. He gave you Habibi, and then he also gave you Maid of Honor. Plug asked me my opinion. This is my true opinion. I gave it a what, it was a 7. I gave it a 7 out of 10 total. He could have kept Maid of Honor. I didn't really need that, but I could rock with it if that's what people want to do in the clubs, if I'm in a different country. But I'm gonna be honest, just because I'm a Drake fan, I'm still gonna be honest. Iceman, if you pay attention to the lyrics, man, Iceman is hard. Iceman gives you the old school Drake vibes. It gives you what you expected from Drake. He dropped everybody back. He gave all the information. I think people are more upset that Drake responded to everybody's disses instead of just dropping music. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? But then in his second album, if you listen to like certain songs on there, great music. You got to listen to the lyrics. Great music. Like I said again, Maid of Honor, I can do without it. You know what I mean? I think he's going to come out with a 4th album that we're going to get very, very soon.
Yeah, I believe that.
I think I think he finished his contract out. That's what that B's on the table. You know what I mean? Like, I think, people have to be more objective and subjective about the album. I think a lot of people who don't like Drake, they just don't like it. They just don't want to give Drake his roses. You know what I mean? And I get it. But you can't tell me out of 45 or 48 total songs, you can't jam at least 20 plus of them.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear about it. This is the honest. Except Rain. I know Rain probably ain't listened to it, but
everybody calls me. This is what I was called, a certified Drake hater. That's what I was called. I said, bro, you got me confused, bro. I'm not a certified Drake hater. I'm not. I am standing on this, and y'all can put this is on record that Drake is one of the most hit-making SOBs in the game.
Yeah.
In the game. But I said, and I quote, I say, y'all listen, but you don't listen. They said, oh man, did you hear the album? I said, I didn't even know he dropped all three. I did not know that. So we listened to all three in the barbershop the day it dropped. I said nothing. The ones that I bopped to them. I was in there bopping. The ones I didn't, it was like background music. Everybody looked up after it was done. This is what was said before it finished. Man, could y'all please turn that? From the one that called me a Drake hater, said, could y'all please turn this off? I said, what? What's wrong? Man, this ain't it. What you mean this ain't it? Now, I gave it a 6. Scotty came in and gave it a 6. I hit you up right after Scotty gave me his, and you said 7. I agree. I say it's about a 6 or a 7. There's a lot of songs, but I say I know why he did it. He's trying to get out the contract. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, I let them say what they say before I said that shit was garbage. But hey, I understood what he was trying to do. I got it. I understood it. And I'm gonna let him live. But that wasn't it now. But I'm waiting. Like I said, man, I'm waiting for the next album because I know the next album he dropping some heat. He got to drop some heat. That's what he known for.
This is my question. This is my question. This is my question to all you guys in the chat. Because it's okay. I'm not here to defend Aubrey. Aubrey has a great book. Thank you for saying his whole name, Aubrey Drake Graham. His book is amazing. You should read it, Sco. It has great one-liners in there. You will love it. With that being said, what world are we living in today? Does numbers no longer matter?
Yeah, they matter.
Because regardless that Kendrick won the battle, I even said that when me and Plug was talking about this on the No Middleman way before this. Kendrick won the battle. I get it. He had the song of the year, and he had one of the best albums. I like it. Like, I'm not a biased person when it comes to music. I'm just a Drake fan, but I'm not biased towards music. Kendrick did his thing, right? Kendrick did his thing. But Kendrick did nothing for the music business. We have had nothing else on the 100 Billboard charts since Drake just dropped. You go look at all the numbers and all the charts that Drake just climbed up on, period. When does numbers and stats matter? Because we keep living in this world where everybody wants to use certain things, certain measuring tools for certain things, but then when we don't like a person personally, those measuring tools go out the window. So I just need to know, where do we stand when it comes to greatness? Do we care about people moving the needle in the music game? Like, where do we stand? Because if everybody keep acting like we need the dopest album, when was the last dopest album?
2023. Michael.
You talking about but Plug, you go poll half of the people here, they'll say differently.
That's true.
Because people don't listen to. That's why I said, if you listen to Iceman, if you listen, don't worry about if you don't like the beat. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to what he was saying to everyone who had something to say to him. Like, that's what I think people have to understand. Like, it's the punchline, it's the metaphor. Like, that's what people don't pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing. My thing is, when do things really count?
But another thing as well, brother, was that I say, man, he suffered a big defeat. Even Nas, when Nas won the battle with Jay-Z, with the Ether, he won that battle. But he still had to sit back for some time before he dropped something else because he got stole on. But that takeover was a stole on, bro. And Drake really got whooped. You see, hey, Earl Spence ain't been in the ring in a minute. Charlie ain't been in the ring for a minute because they took a big blow, and it was. I think he felt like it was time just get from under that deal, but it ain't time for his album yet. It ain't time. He still needs some time to drop something that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, timeless. Like, he does drop timeless music. Don't nobody get that misconstrued. He does drop timeless music, and this just wasn't it.
I know when that Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Mean one thing.
So you got because I'm hearing one thing from Plug, I'm hearing one thing from the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand what matters to everyone, because I hear Into Deep saying the streets, but we're not the streets, so we can't even speak for the streets. Like I'm like you're not in the streets. Like we got to start speaking more realistic here. Like the streets aren't telling us anything. The numbers tell us everything.
Yeah,
Iceman is currently the #1 on Apple Music and in 129 countries, dog.
Yeah, for how long? Because I mean, even when J. Cole dropped, Drake, I told everybody, I said, y'all gonna listen to it, but you ain't gonna be listening to it 3 weeks from now. You're not. That music don't sit.
But that's for people who aren't fans of Drake, though.
Yeah, but how many people left because of the loss? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
I don't think a lot of people left. I think they weren't true fans anyway. I think, and that's why I think it's so hard when we speak on Black culture, right? Because Black culture is the most finicky culture in America. Like they don't really ride with you. They only ride with your wins. Like that's why you really see people like all these people who started getting on the boat for Kendrick when he did It's Not Like Us. Great song, great track, dog. Like I'm like really like I no hate on Kendrick.
I'm tired of hearing it.
But at the same time, y'all greatest athlete was also in a whole nother country chilling with the dude that he hated, now got beef with. Like it's crazy to me. Like LeBron got beef with everybody, but he used to hang with Drake. So it's just like it's just weird to me, like how we switch over and how
they switched out on him. Yeah. Because most people just ride waves. That's what they do. People ride waves. Now you stand firm on you. I'm not. If I had to go, I say Kendrick won the beef. And I just think that with that, I know he's an emotional dude. And when he's emotional and he's making music, he has to be out from abundant. He can't be over this blow yet, because I'm telling you the truth, I ain't over it. I ain't over it yet. I'm telling him, I'm thinking from, if I was him, would I be in a good mind space to really make some good music? No, he's not. He's not. He's not in a good place to make no music. All that music that he dropped was something that he probably threw away and put it together collectively. Because I know he dropped a lot of music. So he put all that together that he threw away and put it on 3 albums and set it out there.
But Plug, it makes everybody sound, not you, because you're not a Drake fan like that. But just say your biggest Drake fan that was in the shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not real fans if they're telling you they don't want to listen to. Nigga, y'all were listening to the same beats from Tuscan Leather, and like it's the same type of bop. So was you a Drake fan or not?
Now it was a song on there on the Iceman that he dropped, and it sounded just like Diplomatic Immunity. I say that's that, and that flow was like, I say that's just like Diplomatic Immunity. And it was like, you know that song? I'm like, y'all motherfuckers really think that I am a Drake? I am not a Drake hater, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. So even you can hear that. That's what I'm saying. Like, but look how they make them look. That's what I'm saying. They're just riding the wave. You know what I mean?
Man, they are internet babies, man.
This is the best response I've seen so far. He said all people dissing these Drake albums aren't listening to the lyrics. They just want something to party and dance to.
Yeah, for real.
I think that's the most unbiased take right there.
I listen to a lot of the tracks, bro, and a lot of it just like when we got to the what is called Habib.
What does that mean?
Habibi. It's something that he hears when he, because he's when he was in the streets. It's like a certain language. It's what the I don't want to name them wrong. I want to say it's like the Arab type people, what they call each other in a certain sense. But he said Drake is in 1 or 2 in the rap beefs. He beat Meek.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's what it is. It's an Arabic term of endearment that translates to my beloved.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just didn't want to be rude to different cultures, but that's what I.
Okay,
and if you hear the beats, a lot of the beats go to something you would hear in the international club scene.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? Like,
to a woman.
Yeah, and that's the vibe I was getting from every album. I got what vibe and what direction he was going. I love music, so you already know how I feel about music. So I'm gonna pay attention. I'm not just gonna say, no, that's Drake. I ain't listening to it. No, I gotta hear it. I gotta hear him out. Every album that come out that they say is gonna be that, I always hear it out. But he's right. He's 1 and 2 in rap beefs. He's sure enough lost to Pusha. So Pusha was going for the jugular, and Kendrick just came and finished him off. It was a tag team, and yeah. But this wasn't his best body of work. All three. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt and say I will wait till that next album drop, and then I'm gonna give him a real good listen.
Yeah, and I think this is the best vortex we can be caught up in, Joey, because it ain't two brothers killing each other. So I think it's a great vortex to be caught up in. It's been straight rap. That's it. He said Drake needed Lil Wayne and Nicki feature. Yeah, see, Rain said she liked the BBW. He said, no further comments, Your Honor. He said hip hop is dead. Facts or nah? I don't think it's dead. I think our music ear prayers is dead. I think everybody is like, music is just like YouTube right now. It's all about clickbait.
Yeah, hip hop is the culture. Hip hop is the culture. Rap is the music.
Yeah. So, but shout out to that, man. I'm gonna do a more in-depth breakdown of the albums very, very soon. I already got the album art and everything ready, so we'll definitely be bringing that your way on Souls of Thought. But appreciate you guys. Love everybody take, man. Whoever your favorite artist is, mine is still better. Thank you for joining Souls Talk. Cool, man. That was Souls Talk. He said Maid of Honor was for the dance hall. Biddy was for the Iceman is the dust settling from the Kendrick B. Appreciate you, big dog. He said front row at the fights. Thank you for joining us tonight too, man. I love an unbiased verb. He said I just like messing with you. So no, y'all be for real. You ain't gotta change it to jokes. I mean, I tell people I will talk about music with anybody, man. I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody entitled to their opinion, man. Mm-hmm. But man, we move it on to segment number 1 tonight, y'all. We're gonna be getting into the YT man is on trial, man. We're gonna be getting into some great content tonight. We're gonna be starting off first with Cam Newton and David Banner. We're gonna take 2 different questions out of this short segment. This is the one when they debated about race and business. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. And we're going to be starting the show off with segment 1.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft Rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
So we're going to be starting off segment number 1, man, here with Cam Newton. The segment number said, owners trade us like slaves and cattle. But it's a business though. So we're gonna hear Cam Newton and David Banner talk a little bit here, and then we're gonna talk about it and discuss it. So here we go.
With what they potentially do rather than the art of it. Yeah. What I see in Tyler Perry, what I see in Ryan Cooper, what I see in so many different artists that have not yet got to that platform yet is their desire to put on great work. And what is missed is, even I see a lot of music. Folks don't really like making music. They love what comes with making a hit song. So now, even for football, I talk to kids on a day-to-day basis, and I'm like, bro, you just don't love the sport. You love what can come from NIL is, whoo! Like the money that these kids are making is astronomical, and it can skew your love for that sport. When I'm just saying, hey, bro, if you just love throwing the best football that you possibly can throw, and why your accuracy is being affected by, so if you fall in love with those things, the compensation will come.
The only problem with that, though, bro, I'll add to that, is that has always been our problem, is that we love the things that we do so much that they end up getting us on the other end, right? One thing that I say about the NBA, when people start criticizing people who are jumping from team to team, I say, but owners trade us like slaves and cattle all day. And nobody ever criticized them for not being loyal to.
But it's a business, though.
But no, see, when it comes to white people, hold on, watch this. When it comes to white people, we make excuses for them doing the same thing. Okay. Business is fucking personal. If you trade me and I live here, my family is here, you're disrupting my whole life. If you make a deal and you find a loophole in the contract and you fuck me over, that is very personal. See, white people have the ability to say that it's business and not personal because they never really cared about you in the first place. You were always a product to them. Yeah. They never looked at black people.
But I don't think that's a white man thing.
I do. Okay, Cam, let me ask you a question. Hold on, excuse me. Okay, Cam, let me ask you a question.
Go right ahead.
Since the draft is coming up, I hear a lot of people say that the NFL draft is very similar to the slave auction. How did you feel from all perspectives, but especially that perspective when you were drafted?
The visual could give off the same, but even knowing that to this day, I would do it all over again. Because at that specific point in time, that was my way of being able to change my family bloodline for the rest of my life. And if that's what the comparable is, I knew what that was, and it was more opportunity for me than anything else. Some, use that analogy, not knowing that everybody that's involved knows what comes with that specific situation. It is a business. And this is why I say it's not a black man, white man thing. It's a green man, blue man thing. It's all about money. If John Pierre, who's an extremely talented.
So we're gonna stop it there. We're gonna talk about this first part, man, because we're gonna get to David Banner's gonna double talk in the same segment as well. So
he did.
Yeah. Owners trade us like slaves and cattle, but it's a business though. So what is y'all thoughts about this? I ain't gonna throw a bunch of questions at y'all. I want to hear y'all thoughts first. Like when y'all first heard this, I know Rain got a chance to watch it, and I know Plug, you checked it out as well. What is y'all thoughts about this?
Business is business. I mean, why do we always have to go back to the past? Like, understandably, okay, slavery happened. It is what it is, but why do we have to keep comparing today's things to slavery? I mean, why did that analogy come up with the NFL draft? Why is that still process? Yes, it happened. Yes, it was a process. Yes, it damaged people's the way they think and all that in between. Okay, I'm not taking nothing aback from that at all. But why do we keep having to compare today to yesterday? Why did the NFL? Why did he have to bring up that analogy with the NFL? I mean, what? I'm missing something.
Go ahead, Plug.
Go ahead.
I want her to land it. I mean, I don't know. You don't think that any question that you pose is out of pocket or out of line. Like for real, like you coming from a standpoint, like you grew up in a community full of black folks.
Oh yeah.
Being a white woman, but at the end of the day, you have your questions as well.
Yeah.
And it's not wrong for asking that question. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, people feel the way they feel, yes, and I'm not taking nothing from that. But why do we have to keep comparing to that?
Because regardless of how we may feel, and regardless of if we have to use that as a crutch, it still exists. You know what I mean?
It existed.
It's still. I'm talking about the systemic. No, the systemic portion of it does exist. You know what I mean? Like it just does, because everybody that you see that's in a position of power is of a white complexion. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if you look at the if you took two pictures of the past and to now, the only thing that changes is that the revenue stream has changed things. And that's the mindset that we have to be in order to move forward, to say these opportunities I'm not being stunted. Like there's no more white bathrooms and black bathrooms and white water fountains and black water fountains. They don't exist anymore. But there are certain rooms and there are certain plains and plateaus that you have to be a certain way in order to get in those rooms. You know, it like that still exists. That still exists to this day. Now, what he did with that analogy, you know what I mean? Like It's a part of the game. Don't mistake that me saying that it's a part of the game, that it's not the same. It's still the same. It's still the same. It's just that now you're afforded more opportunity to do these things. But if you get out of pocket, just like back, they snatch that away from you. They're still in control. There's still a aspect of control involved. You know what I mean? Like you're not free. Just like, you know, we can talk about certain men with certain women, and if they can't get certain deals if they're around certain type of women, if you carry yourself in a certain manner, you won't be awarded these same deals. You can't completely be yourself and still step into these rooms. You know, it's just it exists. You know what I mean? You just have to create your own lane within it. And if you're gonna choose to step through this door, these are the stipulations that come with it, regardless of whether you're free-minded or not. They still exist. I'm not saying that they're going to stop you from getting there, but it's certain rooms that you're going to have to conform in order to get into that room, regardless. That's reality. That's just reality. That's just the way the game is constructed, and you just have to, you know, be willing to sacrifice something to get into that room. The ones that don't, they won't, and those that do, they will. And that's just, I know what Cam's coming from, and I know exactly where Banner is coming from. But that's just the world we live in. You know what I mean? We're getting extorted on a daily basis. Every time they hit your W-2, every time they hit your tax withheld, you're being extorted. You know, it just is what it is.
But doesn't that go for everybody that needs a paycheck?
Yeah, and that
regardless of your race?
It's everybody's a part of the game, regardless of whatever they play. And everybody wasn't slave owners. Everybody wasn't slaves. You know what I mean? But it's still the same game still exists. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're on offense, defense, or special teams, you're still on the team. No matter what position you may hold on the field, you're still on the team. That's a part of this organization. That's a part of this conference. That's a part of this division. It is what it is. It's just the game, whether you want to admit or not. It's just a part of the game. That game is what it is.
I see Soul's gears turning.
No, because I'm waiting for a black person to make it make sense for me though. Like, because Plug said a lot, but it doesn't make sense. Like, let's not even think about slavery. Let's just think about the conversation they just had. It's not just black men who are taking their shirts off in tights, standing in front of a team doing a football combine. It's black people, white people, Hawaiian people. Like, are we now taking, because David Banner put the race in it?
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'm hearing from Plug, correct me if I'm wrong, Plug is saying, hey, we all on this rat wheel now.
Yeah, we all
okay. I just want to make sure, because that's what I'm trying to hear, because like even when Rain asked the question about the W-2, I think Plug was stating like, no, we all in this system. Like, we're all facing systemic. It's not just a black thing anymore.
No.
Like,
and
I think that's why we fall short, because as black people, we only point out the system to our own people. Like in this case, right? David Banner thought it was such a big thing to take the cards out of his hand and ask Cam Newton like he now the interviewer, asking this black man who used his gifts to literally create the revenue that allow him to now be who he is today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like we still don't praise the black man who did work the system and was benefiting from it. We still judge them. We still throw all these negative innuendos at them. But no, Cam is not saying the system doesn't exist, but hey, I found a workaround and I'm working it. When does it be okay for us just to work the system instead of trying to put each other against each other? Like, because that's what David Banner was doing most of this argument. It was like, no, like, you're asking this guy if he had to do it all over again. What person wouldn't do it all over again to make hundreds of millions of dollars by playing a sport he loved? And then he even took everything Cam said out of context. Cam was talking about people doing stuff for the enjoyment, the love, and he changed it to slavery and ownership. And slave, like, when are we going to get to a point where, because I think this is why white people push forward, right? Everything Plug said, I can show you a white person that had to deal with the same thing, but it wasn't systemic put on it, right? Like, Pete Davidson's career took off when he had Kim Kardashian on his arm, right? He had the right woman with the right person, and his career took off. Like, this happens in all races, right? That's why you see wealthy white guys with the skinny, petite white woman on his arm. And like, the systemic thing goes on in every race. It just looks different, but we seem to always talk about it. Like, it's like we get in a room and now we want to talk about it. Like, get in the room and bring others along. Like, it shouldn't have been a shocker to see Barack Obama as the first black president. I'm wondering, why aren't we now pedestalizing any black man who's running for president, regardless of his class? You see what I mean? Like, we have black men in the Republican that are conservative that want to run, Brian Donaldson, all these people, but we're not trying to put them up. We're putting them down because of what class or what they classify as. So it's like, do we really want to see change in the black community at all? Because this is one thing I'm going to tell people. I can be as conservative as I want, but any black man who knows he's black, when he gets into a position of power, he is going to look out for his people first. It might be a hard thing to do, but eventually they will look out for their people, right? It's going to happen. Like, if you get the right people in the right position, they're going to look out for their people. It was a lot of white people that took care of Cam Newton in Auburn. He wasn't in Florida. PWI. Yeah, he wasn't in Florida no more. He wasn't in all these places. It's a lot of white people that boosted and took care of Cam. But Cam still, when he got into the position, what does he do now? He takes a lot of black young youth. He created his CN1. You see what I mean? Like, we just got to play the system so people can get in position so now that they can make their power moves.
You got to play so you can win.
Yeah. I feel like we're putting handcuffs on Cam Newton. I feel like that with everybody who comes on his platform lately. Everybody's trying to point fingers at him, and the only person who really talked about him in a positive light was Jason Whitlock.
Mm-hmm.
So
but he was trying to change. But he was trying to change him still.
Yeah, but look, he tried to change him, and then the next week he got a contract with Macy's. Now Cam Newton is a Macy's. Like, yeah, it all works. It all works.
Yeah, it makes for a better of it. Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. We'll get to y'all comments, man. We'll get to them once we finish the segments. I appreciate y'all in the chat. I just think it's a very interesting conversation. But now we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna listen to David Banner continue to talk. But David Banner is about to double talk. So we're gonna move into our second segment here on No Middleman tonight.
Yeah. You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No Middleman. Souls. Soft Rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
Talented editor on our team at Funky Friday. If he does something that goes against our values at Funky Friday, he knows, I know, we'll have to remove our relationship. That's business. But here's the plot twist. If John Pierre, who's an unbelievable, incredible editor on Funky Friday, gets another opportunity from elsewhere, and he says, Cam, John A., respectfully, I just got an opportunity to do this over here. If you guys aren't going to match it, respectfully, I got to do what's right for my family. It's not personal, it's business. And I would understand and say, Doc, I can't match that. You know what I'm saying? Like the way our budget is set up for, I want you to get your just due. I seen your family. I seen everything that you're working towards, bro. Man, go rock out.
Can I add something to that?
Please.
This is what I believe about America, though. It's easy for us to see it from that perspective because in recent times, we've never had true power. It is business to white people as long as we are always...
Man, have you ever been locked in on summer plans and you hit that classic moment?
It is business to white people as long as we are always the consumer, as long as we are still the talent. if you all have ever noticed in any of these super big deals, once a black person establishes that kind of power, then it's no longer just business. Oh no, we don't want you to do that. I'll give you a great example. Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson was best friends.
I heard that. But you know what? I swear on everything I love. I just seen that. Keep going.
Well, you feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
It is.
But tell the story about Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson.
Well, Michael, they would talk. Paul McCartney, if I'm correct, and I'm paraphrasing, was teaching Mike, about publishing and business.
The business.
And Mike was like, well, damn, since it's just business, I want to buy the Beatles publishing.
But the Beatles publishing was also attached to so many different other black.
Right.
Okay.
And watch this. As soon as Michael Jackson bought that publishing, it ain't just business no more.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just a friendship now.
Yeah.
One thing that I've never said this in any other place, bro, and I give this to you because of where we are trying to allow our relationship to grow, bro, is that most white people won't admit it, but they still look at us as if we are something to be owned. Like, we are supposed to be happy with the scraps. We're supposed to be happy just to be in the game. We're supposed to be happy. I remember one time, and I'm not going to speak about the company because I'm still a working man who needs certain opportunities.
Double talk.
Let me run this back.
To be owned. Like, we are supposed to be happy with the scraps. We're supposed to be happy just to be in the game. We're supposed to be happy. I remember one time, and I'm not going to speak about the company because I'm still a working man who needs certain opportunities. But I remember turning down an opportunity that most black men.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. You let a nigga speak long enough, he'll tell on himself. We gotta stop doing this. This is what bothers me. This is why when souls talk, I'm seeking some answers. I'm actually I'm trying to get clarity. I'm trying to understand because you just talked about Cam Newton. You need to do this and do this. Oh, Michael Jackson, Paul, you threw all this propaganda at everybody. And then you still turn around and make a statement that, oh, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm still a man that needs to seek employment. So why not do what you want for ultimate control? That's the question for segment 2. Why not do what you want for ultimate control?
Because in every organization that was ever started to further along the black race, the only thing that was missing was the money. And I listened to this 3 times. I promise you I listened to this 3 times because I said, what direction is Soul's gonna come on this? I do, but I like it though, because now see what you do when I'm watching content. Now I'm thinking now. And I know which direction you want to go with this, so I'm going to take this direction. I know exactly where he's coming from because, like he said, a little ways into past this right here, he's trying to do something by buying land and doing waterways because he don't want to rely on anybody. Now we put him in the same bucket as Umar. And it's the same thing. You can't do nothing without funding. And it just seems as if black people, whenever there's a cause for, like I said it myself on story time, I can get 5, 6, 12 guys together to do something negative. I can't get 3 to do something positive. I can't. I can't. And I have to put myself in a position of power because the only thing that people respect, that's why we dive into these celebrities' lives, because the only thing we respect is power and money. And money is attached to the power, and the power is the money. And it just is what it is. I understand when he double talked on that portion of it, I heard it loud and clear. But I was like, you can't get nobody to do nothing unless that paper talk. I'm telling you, from the ones that even making money, they're like, man, if you ain't talking about money, man, you ain't talking about nothing. Everybody is on that. That's their mindset. No one is about unity just because. Nobody is saying, man, I'm gonna show up for you just because. That's a small percentage of people that's gonna show up just because. It's got to be some revenue installed into the equation. If not, they're not gonna show, bro. And that's facts. That's facts, bro. It's a small percentage of us that'll show up for free.
What you got, right?
He preached that David Banner is known to preach being self-sufficient, not relying on the white man. Why can't we build this ourselves? But here he just said, I'm not going to talk because, I got some things I need that income. So what is it? Do you want to rely on yourself, make your own source of income and be able to speak freely and be free? Or do you want to continue to be, you're preaching let's be free, but you're still constraining yourself. You're still holding yourself. What is it that you really want to do?
You ain't lying, right?
What he's doing is there's a lot of plugs out there. That's the problem with the black society. There's a lot of plugs. There's a lot of black people that will allow a black person to do wrong or say wrong right in front of their face and give them every reason why they need to justify. That nigga did nothing but backhand slap every black person in their face that got money. Because David Banner, with his stature, with his people, just saying that, I think about Killer Mike too. Killer Mike fake too. Killer Mike the same way. Spit a good game. Nigga ain't going to go in the right rooms. He gonna do what's good for his pockets. Period. Like if you follow him, I know about his real estate, everything. They're not good for society. Because if you're gonna preach the rhetoric that they preach, you should be going to talk to every black person that you know have money. Hey, Cam, let me hold 100,000. Hey, Pivot. Hey, y'all three right here, y'all give me 300,000.
Uh-oh.
Hey, y'all give me this, y'all give me that. Because when a black man sits there and tells you one thing, but then speak another, he's literally slapping his own race in the mouth. Ooh. Because he's saying that he can't trust his race. I'm telling y'all, I can't tell y'all the truth right now on TV or on YouTube because I know y'all not going to back me. That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start paying attention to the hidden message.
It is right.
I understand. I understand that, but don't come in here with that blackity black talk because you're not blackity. That's why I don't do that. I support the niggas I rock with. If I don't rock with you, I don't support you. Period. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Like, I'm not finna come in here and tell you I'm not finna come in here and tell you to do X, Y, and Z when Killer Mike and them never gave me my bank account for the Black Only Bank. Like, there's so much phony stuff out here that we do to each other. We do it every Sunday in something we call a church. We got black people robbing black people every day, every Sunday morning. Bring it to the storehouse, baby. Old people bringing their Social Security checks and everything. That's not every pastor, but it's probably 2% that's doing the right thing. And this is my problem with that. If you feel the way you feel, be that. Because I think David Banner talks enough of the blackity black talk that he could get enough black people who are wealthy enough to back him. Why not jump out on faith?
They won't, dog.
But I'm just asking for the match. I know they won't because he already said it on his first interview when he first came back to do his first interview with the female 3 years ago. He talked about how the black people didn't support him and why he went and got healthy and why he got away from music. But so y'all letting him say two things. Y'all letting him talk out the side of his neck. I don't know how. So why is this appropriate?
This is his interview.
Thank you, Prez. Fake woke.
Yeah, it's he
said I'm black in the back, but I roll Ray. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Prez.
You shoot, but you might hit the target, but
Prez, that's our last topic, big dog. You right on the spot today.
Yep,
he said 15 points for rain. 15 points for rain.
It's for real, and I understand where everybody coming from in the chat. But I'm telling you, we don't move for nothing positive. And that's what Killer Mike is at. Like, you've been riding since Bernie Sanders. You've been riding. And like he said, man, he even went from going from the presidential down to the local elections. You can't get these black folks to move. They are comfortable. Everybody job scared. Everybody nervous. You can't even get folks to come to your panel because they job scared. You can't get folks. I'm trying to tell you, man. If folks been making the same money for 15 years and they still scared to lose their job, they scared to move laterally. They scared to move upward. They are afraid. And he's like, man, you know what I'm gonna do? Since I can't get them to move, I'm just gonna do what I need to do, and then hopefully they'll just come along. Sometimes you gotta set something up for somebody to fall in. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. In our community, don't move like that for us.
Plug, I understand that though, but you're still not answering the question of the night. The elephant in the room is you can't come in speaking a language and then not operating in that action. Don't come in speak. That's one thing you can say. Hey, one thing I can say. We're going to talk about him next. Dr. Umar. Say what you want about him, but there has been no scandals outside of the school scandal. He sticks with the black person. Yeah, that's one thing I can say about Dr. Umar.
And the school still ain't ready.
It's okay though,
because he can't get no funding.
But it's okay though. It's okay.
That's why
it's okay because it's the same people he's sitting in interviews with that ain't donating him nothing. It's okay. But also we can say that Dr. Umar is a bad manager of money because we have seen that. So two things can be true in his situation. But to speak about this, we should get there one day in Too Deep on our Rewind show. We did talk about Black Wall Street. We talked about all this during the President Trump election as well. And we talked about other black communities that tried to establish another Black Wall Street. I think it was in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, right, Rain? It was in Georgia. The family that tried to start another,
to shut it down. Couldn't get no funding.
But in Too Deep, I was gonna start with that, but I said I knew we weren't gonna even get past this topic with common sense, so I didn't want to talk about that part. Because David Banner talked about that too, about we had our own leagues and all that. No, nobody. It sounds good. It sounds good. I keep telling y'all the same thing about YouTube. No offense to Rain, but at the same time, if y'all Negroes wanted me and Plug to be one of the biggest sports shows, we can already be there. But y'all ain't hyping my video. Y'all ain't doing all the small free things that you can do to, like, we don't want. That's why I don't believe in that talk, because I watch it in our everyday life. I watch us. We can be dominating YouTube right now. We have some of the most creative minds here on YouTube. We are the only show outside of Choose Wisely and Act Accordingly. We are the only show that you will watch and nobody's repeating the same rhetoric every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The only. We got something new. That's why I try to bring a different angle for everything I talk about, because we're never bringing the same angles that no one's bringing. We have not been part of the bandwagon crew.
That nigga ain't lying.
and that's how I know y'all don't really want to push black people forward, because y'all don't really like different talk. Y'all want that same talk. Y'all want me to come in here like David Banner. I'm gonna start wearing my dashiki. I'm gonna wear a dashiki.
Don't you put on no dashiki?
I got a dashiki too.
Don't you do it?
Rest in peace. My aunt Dolores made it for. I'm gonna wear my dashiki. I'm gonna see if she made a hat. I'm gonna start running it up with y'all niggas, man.
I'm gonna go get that little drone with the bees on it. Yeah, he's over here.
Yeah, he said that double talk was crazy. Thank you, Rain, for putting everything in the chat for her.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button over there on the vertical. We see them numbers jumping, so make sure y'all hit that like button. There's not enough like over there on that side.
He said, only thing I seen on Umar was the white girl in the mall.
That don't count. Hey, Nez, that don't count, bro. That don't count.
All right. Appreciate you, white guy.
Goofy. Thank you for the view. Goofy.
Yeah, thank you. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and get him on. I'll get that Goofy on. He got a perfect name. Prez said we don't support each other. I definitely agree. Prez, you got to go watch all our old content. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Souls has been preaching this for over a year now. Uncle Plug still got a little faith in him. Prez, he got a little faith.
I love.
Thank you,
I
Tristan.
love them all, flaws and all, bro. I love them all, flaws and all.
I love them, but I just want to have real conversations.
I know,
feel-
and I'm with you, bro. 1,000.
I think that's our biggest. I think that's our biggest issue is just not having those real conversations that are going to really hold people accountable. You know what I mean? Because David Banner literally double talked right in front of our face. That was crazy work.
It was boom right there.
Crazy work. Crazy work. So appreciate everybody in the chat, man. We're gonna move on to our last segment of the night. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it. I kind of wanted to let it marinate for those who do have Netflix. Kevin Hart had his roast a week or so ago. I know Rain having laughing because Rain said she didn't laugh one time. We're gonna talk.
You see my face?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the roast from Kevin Hart. But Dr. Umar had a lot to say about this roast. So we're gonna bring to y'all segment number 3 and the final segment of the night.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
So here we have segment number 3, Dr. Umar on the Kevin Hart's roast. So we're not going to be able to listen to all 37 minutes of this. Of course not. I did, but for those who can't, I understand it. We're gonna watch probably like first 4 to 5 minutes of this, and then anybody who did see clips or did hear or watch the roast, I want to hear what y'all really thought about it, and then this is how we'll close out the show. Well, shout out to Umar, man. He back in action, man. He's the only guy that I know can leave, come back, and he's still valid when he comes back, man. So shout out to Dr. Umar. And what is his favorite quote? White queens forever, Black Bunny. No, what is it? Whatever he said.
Making a joke of George Floyd's death. It wasn't fun. It wasn't comedy. It was racist. But I thought that was the only joke of the Kevin Hart roast that people had a problem with. So I said, I'm going to need to address this, but I can wait. And then my phone continued to blow up. And I had brothers and sisters saying, Doc, this wasn't the only joke. It was dozens of disrespectful, insulting comedic material during that Kevin Hart roast. So I decided to watch it, Art. I spent 3 hours. It was about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I watched the whole thing from start to finish. I want to first read some of these jokes for your audience who did not see this. It starts off with Shane Gillis. He's the host. I never heard of the devil, but I know who he is now. He starts out by saying, I want to thank Netflix for choosing me to co-host this celebration of Black excellence. And when I heard that, I said, okay, that's an underhanded jab at Black excellence. He's basically trying to say, ain't nothing excellent about y'all. Y'all just a bunch of dumb niggas. That's what he was trying to say. But I said, okay, let me be patient. Because remember, Art, this is a 3-hour program. Then Usher comes out. Shout out to my brother Usher. He performed. He threw some jokes at Kev Hart. It was nice and clean. Shout out to Usher. I had no problem with my brother Usher. Then Tom Brady comes out because Kevin Hart, I believe, hosted Tom Brady's roast back in 2024. Tom Brady wasn't as bad as the others. He says things like, unlike your real dad, I actually showed up. He looks out at the crowd. Tom Brady says, who are all these people? I thought Spirit Airlines shut down. In other words, you're a bunch of broke Black niggas. How did y'all afford to attend this show? Mind you, Art, is mostly white people out there. So this lynching took place in front of a predominantly white audience. I want to shout out my sister, Regina King, Art. Excuse me, Regina Hall, not Regina King, Regina Hall, because I didn't see her laugh or barely laugh at any of the jokes. She was up there on the podium sitting down. She did not find it funny. Thank you to Sister Regina Hall for maintaining your integrity, as much of it as you could, during this public lynching of Black people described as a comedy show. Shout out to Regina Hall. Art, they were cursing through the whole thing. Vulgarity, profanity. It was nothing but degeneracy. But let me continue. Shane Gillis makes this joke, Art. He says, Cheryl's husband unalived himself. Obviously, Black does crack because he jumped off a effing roof. Did you hear what I just said? I'm going to say it again. Shane Gillis said Cheryl's husband unalived himself. Obviously, Black does crack if it's married to Cheryl and jumps off an effing roof. So I do my research, Art, and guess what I find out? Her husband took his own life by jumping to his death, bro. They made a joke about her husband's suicide, Art, and check this out. It wasn't one joke about her husband's suicide. They repeatedly, throughout the whole show, made jokes about Cheryl Underwood's husband's suicide to millions of people watching this Netflix special all over the world. Let's continue. They call Pete Davidson a winner, W-I-G-G-E-R. You know what a winner is? A white person who loves niggas. Then he said, the Golden State Warriors logo is a bridge. Don't show that to Cheryl's husband. You see that, Art? Her husband is deceased. He took his own life. They repeatedly made jokes about this woman's deceased husband. Don't show her husband the Golden State Warriors logo on their jersey because he might want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's continue, Art. Then Shane says, racist devil, Shane Gillis, he says, I called Cheryl last night and asked her if it was okay to say some of these jokes. I want to say this to my sister, Cheryl Underwood, Art. I love her. I respect her. Great comedian. I love you, Sister Cheryl. But don't you ever again in your life give permission for white people to disrespect you, disrespect your deceased husband, or disrespect us. Because one thing we got to understand, Art, when they make these jokes about these comedians, they're not just attacking them. They're attacking all of us because they're digging up these old racialized jokes from the slave plantation and they're trying to make them popular again. I know exactly what this is, Art. Just like they trying to put us back in Jim Crow with the vote, they trying to put us back in Jim Crow with the comedy. They're trying to get our Black comedians to give them a license to publicly insult, belittle, disparage, and disrespect Black people. And I want Netflix to know we're not having it.
Who would ever like to go first?
Are we what's the word I'm looking for? Are we putting the what did they do to Target? Is Netflix next? Huh?
Oh, boycott.
Oh yeah, there it is. Are we boycotting Netflix next?
Hell no.
Because that's what it's leading. That's what he's saying. That's what he wants to happen. But my thing is same thing I said about David Banner. Why are we if all of this he called Cheryl Underwood and said, hey, this is what I'm gonna say, on the roast for Kevin Hart. Are you cool with this? Are you cool with me making, jokes against all this? She approved it. Regardless of race, she approved it. She said, yeah, go ahead. It's all comedy. But then we go back. I'm gonna go back to Corey Holcomb as well. These comedians, are we letting them be comedians, or are we, judging them more than we should? I will say this: I did peek into the roast tonight, and my face the whole time was okay. So I didn't find any of it, or what I did watch, hilarious, I guess, like as it should have been. I don't know, but Dr. Umar, is he reaching too far? If they're allowing this to happen, then what's really going on?
What you got, Plug?
I didn't watch the roast just because who was getting roasted. To me, and I'm not trying to be the negative Nancy or whatever. Kevin Hart is I don't know him personally like that, man. Yeah, he a clown, but I don't want to call him an FB, man, but he really is a FB, bro. And Umar, you asked that question, he's reaching. I'm talking about he's super reaching. like he got a pull pole. You know, like I don't know if you ever picked fruit before. Like you don't know what a pull pole is. A pull pole with this long ass cane pole with a little clothes hang on the end of it. It's like a pull pole used to use it to pull like oranges that was out of reach when you was on the ladder.
Okay.
And he using a pull pole of bullshit. You just doing way too much. But this was a opportunity for you to get back in the light and do what you need to do so you can get that school up. I give you big kudos for that, for doing whatever you got to do to get that school up and running so you can open up the Frederick Douglass School, whatever you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, this a roast. I'm familiar with roast all the way around. I'm familiar with roast, and they do sucker shit like this. And it's up to you if you want to watch it or not. You know what I mean? I'm familiar with Jeff Ross, the usual suspects, Chelsea Handler, and I seen the lineup. I'm like, I ain't really trying to watch that shit, and I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it. I only seen the one portion where Cat came out there and gave him the business, you know, which I think Cat then got to the point where they feel as if where David Banner is in some form. You have to conform to how they do shit, or you just won't get, you know, these roles and these situations. You got to play with these borderline coon ass niggas to, you know, and say that it's comedy to hide and mask that shit. But you know, sucker shit is prevalent. The real will get whitewashed. It just is what it is. But the sucker shit will remain prevalent for time to come, because most of our black officials and black leaders that are in a position of power are some bullshit niggas. And it just is what it is. And they call it, oh man, you just gotta go with the flow. And it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, just like old buddy said, when we gonna get another Harlem Nights? Did you see Eddie there? Did you see any of the ones that you would think would play with that side of the, you know what I'm saying, that side of the fence there? I'm pretty sure Eddie wasn't there. Because a lot of that shit to be like, man, they ain't showing up for that sucker shit. But the ones that want to cross over and know they got to play the game, they was in the building probably. I ain't watched that shit.
When they started, I was like, okay.
I ain't watched that shit.
Just didn't find out.
Oh, yeah. I watched it all. I watched it all so I could be able to bring you guys some real commentary of what's going on here.
We're here for it.
No, but I think, of course, like Plus said, it's definitely a reach. Dr. Umar is going to always reach. That's Umar though, right? You know what I mean? It'll just be like when people listen to me, they'll say, hey, Soul's reaching. Anybody can be reaching who might be looking at things from outside of the box. With that being said, when I first turned it on Netflix, the first thing I said was, why are half of these people even on the stage? That stage let me know what type of show I was going to partake in, right? Like, you come open, why is Usher there? Like, doesn't make sense, right? Like, it just doesn't fit. It don't fit. Then you got what his name, Gillis or Hillis, the white dude.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible comedian. Like, horrible comedian. Like, why would you have a white dude hosting the show? Why not pick one of your Red Cup boys or one of them guys to host the show for you? Because
the ones that been in your corner since the beginning.
And then you have 4 of them in the back who didn't get to say a word. You had the one plastic cup boy who got to get up and roast them, who looked like he dying of some type of cancer or something. No offense. He looked like he ill. And then you have, I'm serious. He looked ill. No offense. Prayers to him. But he looks ill. I follow the Red Cup boy. I think they funny. With that being said, then you look over Regina Hall. She didn't laugh because she's not funny. Regina Hall gets in all these black girl roles where she's normally in like a white girl type funny, quirky headspace. Like, she's not funny anyway if you watch Regina Hall. Like, I don't know if y'all watch her on the movie she in. She's normally a black girl who plays that quirky role, kind of like the black girl played in Clueless. She don't play major roles. Like, she don't play nothing serious. Then you got Cheryl Underwood to me, who was the star of the show, but that's who Umar wanted to keep picking out. She stood up front and told everybody, hey, y'all, this is a freedom of speech. This is freedom of speech. These are all jokes. They did call her and talk to her about the jokes they said about her husband. She even said it on the show. She said it outside the show. She didn't have a problem with the jokes. Why do y'all say this all the time? If his wife don't care, why we care? Same thing with here. Is Cheryl Underwood okay to joke? Why are we taking so much offense to it? Like, we are such a sensitive culture, bro. Like, it's jokes. Were they good jokes? Nah, they weren't the best jokes. But at the same time, it's jokes. Everybody who knows a roast is written content. That content is written before they even get to the show. Everything that was said, everybody knew what was going to be said. This needs to all, if you want to point fingers, point it at Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Like, if everybody else out here, that's who he should be pointing at. Dr. Umar should only be talking about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, how did you let this happen? But again, if you pay attention to Cat walked in and said it very shortly. He's a plant, guys. He keeps trying to tell y'all this. Y'all might think it's a joke, but he's telling you guys he's a plant. And then if y'all watch his comedy special called Laugh AF or Funny AF, the black dude who was sitting over there with the fro, Reg, who just won the show, he's a plant too. Y'all will see him moved up because Kevin Hart messed that up on Instagram. I got a whole spiel I'm going to put out about that. He knew this dude before he even got on the show. The dude wasn't funny, and he won the whole show. So this stuff is all politicking at the end of the day. It's all politicking. The Rock was able to say whatever he wanted to say, a lot of gay jokes. You know what I mean? He fled into the gay stuff with him and Kevin Hart, and that's what he ran with. Pete Davidson, to me, actually had probably one of the better sets who actually show homage to Kevin Hart. Like, he actually shows some respect. You know, he's clean now. He's no longer on drugs. He's a new father. Like, it was crazy how if you really watched it and paid attention to everybody who said something, everybody had a role, right? The white dude who always on Joe Rogan's show, he was put there to be the white racist guy. And that's what they painted him out to be the whole show. But if you go watch him on Joe Rogan, it's just his normal spiel anyway. So it's a lot to it, man. I just think it's very weird that this is something that Dr. Umar wanted to take notes on. Like, it's a roast, dog. You know what I mean? Tom Brady got his shots back at Kevin Hart. He said everything he wanted to say. I don't think Umar mentioned Kevin Hart and them insulting his wife. Everybody's calling him a cheater on stage and bringing up his past in front of the girl, his wife, and the mom. Like, it's a lot that we could be talking about, but we're focusing on things that aren't important, man. I think the roast did what it's supposed to do, and I think Netflix is just showing y'all that the world really doesn't care, and it's money over everything.
It is.
Money over everything. Money over everything. Content over everything. COE and MOE. Money over everything, content over everything. That's what we're watching. And we have to be willing to take control back. Do we want to take the control? Some of the most funniest comedians are African-American people. Why not start your own why not bring BET back again, Def Comedy Jam? Why not bring the things back that we used to stay up late to watch on TV? Like, bring back the stuff that we watched.
Yeah.
But we won't reincarnate it because we feel like Kevin Hart has to be the host. Or David Chappelle got to be the host. We won't go get a funny black dude who's on the circuit. You know what I mean? You could bring Corey Holcomb and do Def Comedy Jam.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my little spiel, man. That's my spiel, man. But if you haven't watched it, it's nothing to go watch. I wouldn't say go watch it. He said don't watch either. He said after the Flavor Flav business, I was done. I don't watch movies anyway. I don't support Hollywood. I feel you, big dog. I feel you. Hollywood supports everything that we in, though. Just let you know, Hollywood got a little taste in what we watching right here on you watching us. Sko said I went to sleep on it and couldn't even watch it for the simple fact that they all were being disrespectful to black people. But Sko, it was black people letting black people be disrespectful. Goes back to the blackity black comments.
I be knowing what I'm getting myself into. I be knowing. I'm saying I say they was like, man, you watched the roast? No. You missed the roast? Yeah. I missed it.
Yeah, even he said, no, he did good. He did good. Yeah, the Plastic Cup boy did real good, dog. He did real good. I just say he looked a little ill. I hope Kevin Hart taking care of whatever's going on. Fred said, because Umar said he needs a ritual to proceed. Yeah, humiliation ritual.
Yep. Everybody who's done that roast in some way, shape, form, or fashion has, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't see Flav, but Flav's still receiving residuals off of everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That flavor of love, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Forever. That's gonna be forever him.
Yeah, that's why you don't see New York like that no more. You don't need to see. You don't need to be.
What's the other lady? Delicious, or what her name was?
Mm-hmm.
Delicious too.
Mm-hmm. They still receive residuals off of that, and they put their money into these Tubi movies, and they actually fund these Tubi movies so they can make some residuals off of that as well. Everybody trying to just get that paper, bro. That's all it's on, man. That's all it's about.
Trish, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, dang, he had a whole notebook there.
He said, only reason I watch YouTube, I have a lot of stock in Google and Alphabet. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Me too, but
he said, I said that Souls. I said Kevin Hart should have stopped all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kevin had the gun. Hey, the rabbit had the gun. You know what I mean?
Well, Kevin was all right. I think from hearing y'all the rhetoric about the actual roast that happened, I think what he was trying to do was allowing the white comedians to say things in a sense, because he said, like, if we said it, you try to cancel us, but since your own people saying it, what you think? You know what I'm saying? All y'all gonna cancel them? You know what I mean? Like they like trying to say like it. That's why I like Drewski, because I like the way Drewski just turned that mirror around on folks. Anything that Drewski do, I'm gonna watch it. But was Drewski there?
No.
Ain't that's funny, ain't it? Was Kai there? Was Kai Sinet there?
No.
And that's amazing that he been doing all that streaming and content with Drewski
with them, and they right.
They weren't even there. Think about it, because most of the folks that say like, hey, look, man, Kai made his money by doing what he did, being himself authentically. Soon as Scott, they started coming for Kai. Where's Kai now?
In doing fashion, he'll be back. And trust me, they didn't let him go be Louis Vuitton next person without. Trust me, that.
You think so? You think he a Booty Dean King now?
Who's the biggest face for them?
For who?
For that whole group. Casanat, they're in a group. They're a coalition.
Okay. So
their biggest face is Duke Dennis. He's the one who's the most real. Like, he's not falling into
none of that.
That Duke Dennis is who created who they were. Like, Duke Dennis is that guy. Like, I forgot their name, what they call them as a group, as a coalition, but Duke is that guy. Like,
so is Kai Booty Dean King?
Oh yeah.
What you think about Drewski?
Yeah.
He a Booty Dean King too?
Yeah, that's why he has the leeway he has to do what he wants.
So everybody under that Diddy umbrella. Because it seemed that's the only reason why I would see that Usher was there.
That's what it's called. They call AMP plug. If you look them up, they call AMP. Yeah, that's what they were called. And when they started as little kids, they all were together. But Duke always been like that guy. Like, he's the athlete, all that type of thing.
Okay. So you're saying everybody on that Diddy umbrella.
Yeah, see, even In Too Deep said it too. Yeah, Duke Dennis, he already knew the game. Duke probably more wealthy than Kai, that people just don't know. Duke do a lot of stuff for his people back at home. Like, he buys his homeboys homes, houses. Like, he brought everybody out of the hood. And, like, Duke, that guy. Okay. You watch that, yeah. And then the rest of them are all good people too. But Kai was the one they took hold to and blew him up in front of everybody. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think you're right.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, it's a lot of them coming in. Like,
yes.
I think too, like with Dave Chappelle not being there. You know what I mean? That reads volumes of the room, right? Because that's supposed to be one of Kevin Hart's biggest people, you know what I mean? So like, I think you're right, Plug. I don't know, man. It's just crazy to think that like so much of this underworld stuff exists. You know what I mean? Like it's so much.
I'm not going. You know, I get my conspiracy theories had on. I can let it go fast. You know what I mean? And it's like they just want the bread. You know what I'm saying? Like they want that bread, and I get it, bro. I mean, by all means, while the skillet is hot, go on get it. You know, go on get it, bro. Like I said, but if that's what it takes for me to get there, y'all can keep it. I just continue doing what I'm doing. You understand? Because I'm not going for that, bro. Because that's compromise, man. That shit is compromise. You can go to hell, all y'all.
Yeah, he put it on the head right here. Nobody that mattered was there. And I'm gonna tell you this though. Mark my words, Press, right here, where he said what he did. Watch the things they allow Drewski to do on a BET platform. That's gonna be the big picture. If Drewski come out and do any of that Erica stuff, any of the white dude in the hood skit, the white dude at NASCAR, if you see any of that being done on the BET platform, it's going to speak volumes. It's going to speak volumes.
In what direction?
In the direction knowing that he has the power to do the things that he needs to do.
I mean, that's satire. You got to think, like, if they allow, you know, not taking a shot at him, because I do listen to, I know what he means when he does what he does. If they allow Charleston White to say whatever he want to say, and he still makes the money that he makes, Drew's gonna do what he want to do. Like, for real, I believe that he's in that lane where he's saying, like, man, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. If they letting this guy get away with this, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I'm like, it's working. It's really working.
But see, I don't. Go ahead. My bad, Ray. No,
Ray.
Yeah.
That's why I want to circle back to David Banner putting a mute button on himself. But you got Drewski and these other people too who are free ranging, talking about what they want to talk, and they still got money flowing in. So why did he put a mute button on himself, worrying about money, when Drewski, he say what he want to say and do what he want to do, but he still got all these sponsorships and money coming in.
Yeah, because Drewski
at the end of the day. So yeah, but go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead, baby.
At the end of the day, if they're gonna rock with you, they're gonna rock with you. If they not, they not, regardless of what you say.
Yeah, but like Drewski do like 3 meals in 2 days. You know what I'm saying, on his own platform. Like he does the numbers like crazy, and with the crazy that he does, like the auditions do millions, the actual show, the man, you got, man, look, do you know he got these fools on here really tattooing the record label on their body? They really putting the record label, a fake record. Look at the people that he's appealing to. Look at the people that watch this content. These fucking people are literally painting or tattooing a fake record label on their body. It's bros out here that got pictures of Drewski on their body.
But you got to look at the audience and the people. Man, this gonna be bad. So
do it, man. Do it.
So
go viral.
So it ain't even that. We got to remember, Drewski is not desirable, y'all,
at all.
He's not desirable. Like I don't think we. And if you watch his Could Have Been record show, those people aren't desirable. Like,
that people are not talented at all.
Is they even not talented? I mean,
and the ones that got talent, he get them off the show.
But a lot of them are special needs. So like, and I support the community and all that, because you know, but I don't think we put our glasses on when we're watching everything that's happening, right? Like Drewski, that Could Have Been records. Those people, that Asian guy on season 1 couldn't rap a day in his life. You know, that one dude.
Yeah. I'm from New York. And I used to these
yeah. Hey.
Remember that? Hey.
Hey, good rap. Oh boy, they wanted to fight everybody. He was probably the most decent person on there. You know what I mean? Like
which one? You talking about
the one that wouldn't sleep, that stayed up for days.
Oh, I know what you want. That kept doing push-ups.
So like, and that's why I tell people I pay attention to everything, y'all. I watch everything. I don't like. I watch things just so like if the conversation ever happens, like I'm already abreast. But like I'm watching Drewski, right? And then we forget what Drewski did on BET too, though. Drewski was able to kind of spit on religion. Y'all remember that show? That movie they came out with when they were like a choir from the church, black church choir, when they were singing in a singing competition. Y'all didn't see that movie that he had come out? It was almost like it was almost equivalent to what's the singing movie with the white folks used to do the acapella?
To my sister.
Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect.
Oh, okay.
He did like a black version of Pitch Perfect, but in a church environment. Y'all didn't see that? Oh yeah. When y'all think about that, they already started allowing Drewski to insult the black community early in his career before he got real big. And that's what people are starting to miss. Drewski is able to do what he does because he is still insulting black society at the same time. He can do an Erica skit, but he did do a black preacher too. Like they're allowing him to do it because he's even across the board.
Right. He doesn't lean heavy on either side.
He doesn't lean heavy on either side. So he can go insult the black community, his own people, because white folks don't care. Stuff don't live long in white communities. Like a white person do something. Chud the Builder was a 72-hour guy. We talked about him. He got arrested the next day. More people talked about him. He had one more day of fame. He shot himself and he's been done. Nobody else talked about Chud the Builder. White people don't last long. Like their fame is very quick. What's that girl? That goat, the one that did the stuff about giving head.
Throat goat. What is it?
Hatua girl. Her stuff lasted about 3 months. She got robbed of her money trying to put it into, like, they don't last long because white people don't put energy into stuff like black people put energy into stuff. Black people, something happens, we put energy into it. So that's why they allow him to disrespect his community, but then he can also disrespect some of their community because look how long the Erica thing really stayed hot. It was probably 48 hours a week.
Yeah.
It didn't have no weight. Like, so I tell people we got to look at the bigger picture, dog. Like,
Candace tried to keep it alive. Candace Owens tried to keep it alive, but it didn't last long.
He said, I'm hoping he do a skit like that at the BET isn't owned by us, unfortunately. Yeah. He said Drewski by far probably one of the best pure skit comedy writers of his generation. If he goes to BET, it's not going to be any good because that is a tethered on. We'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
We will see. Drewski been yeah. He been doing his thing. Drewski has commercials on TV.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He said, "Let rain talk."
They got me. I appreciate you. They got me though. Exploitation.
Shout out to Name. He was talking about Face Off the movie. He said he be disrespecting his grandma now. I think about it. Yeah. He said my YouTube algorithm is terrible. But I'm telling you,
it can't be too terrible. It brought you here.
But I'm telling y'all, man, yeah, I've been following Drewski, dog. Drewski been doing his thing for a while, man, and they give you enough rope. They're gonna give you just enough rope, but that rope is not to hang their people; it's to hang your own people, and that's why I be telling people it's a bigger play. It's just a bigger play. Like I think Drewski hilarious. Like he's hilarious. Like I'll never take away from his talent, but you also got to think about why Drewski isn't on a Kevin Hart level then. You see what I mean? You got to look at the two. Do they really balance each other out? Because Drewski is way funnier than Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart did three comedy things about cheating.
Kevin Hart been in the game longer though. How long Drewski been in the game compared to Kevin Hart?
The first time I seen Drewski was on the Bud Light commercial, the little Bud Light drinks, and he was on a commercial for the Bud
I
Light.
seen Kevin Hart when he came to town here when he first
That's
did
when them-
stand up.
Them Bud Light seltzers, like when they had the White Claws came out and they had the low calorie, low carb beers and whatnot. That's the first thing I seen him on. And after that, he went through the roof. And now all the jits was telling me about him. I mean, this dude Drewski funny, dog.
Yeah. Kanye Molina, since you in here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
Drewski made his own lane. He doesn't have to give up cheeks.
If y'all in here on the vertical, especially, make sure all y'all gotta do is double tap your screen real quick and leave a like.
But,
make sure you hit the subscribe button too. Yeah.
We appreciate y'all, man. And that was segment number 3.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
So that was segment 3, and that was our final segment of the night. We're gonna close out with these last few coming. He said Drewski not on Kevin Hart level for the simple fact he hasn't sold his soul like Kevin. I agree with that one. He said, yeah, Paper Soldier is a classic, Fred. Them B&Es, boy, them breaking the internet became famous after that, boy. But hey, Dame Dash was part of that production.
Get your ass murdered.
Yeah. So what is y'all final verdict tonight on the YT man on trial? What's y'all final verdict tonight?
It seems as if the black man is on trial. Pointing their fingers. That's what it seemed like.
We might have to flip that. We might got to be able to turn the show to the black man on trial. Okay.
No, we stay on trial here. Let it be free. Let us be free, man.
You don't want to kill a mockingbird?
The spook that sat by the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all been on it tonight. We appreciate our top flight security of the world.
Yeah, boy.
Appreciate
you. Model up.
What's your thoughts, Rain?
I think that at the end of the day, we got to do what's best for us, be it black people, white people, any nationality, any color. We got to stop putting the blame on other people and do what we need to do in order to move ourselves forward. Yeah.
Naptown said Drewski hot, creative, and funny. Yep. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in and stopping in, Naptown 81. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all get everybody over that mark, man. I'm trying to get to the 5K subs. We got Plug trying to get to his 4,000 hours. And then we got Rain that we're trying to get her over her 500 subs. Y'all go make sure y'all check out all the channels, man. You got myself, Souls of Thought, that y'all are currently watching on, but then you have conversations with Soft Rain. She has a great show. She does a call-in show for any ladies who are watching and just not coming in. She does a call-in show on Thursday nights. She does a hotline show. So make sure y'all check her out with that hotline show. Make sure y'all check out Uncle Plug at Uncle Plug TV. He's trying to climb up to that 4,000 hour mark of the mountain to get to that finish line to get fully monetized. Y'all go check him out. Pretty much, you got him pretty much all Sunday, Monday, then Monday afternoon, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So y'all check out Uncle Plug at Uncle Plug TV. Great story time. Great unpopular opinion segment that he does as well. Very consistent on those. Like that. I like that. And then also our boy Classic Codes, and then also our boy Tez from the Tez Down makes up the whole Raw Society Coalition. So if y'all get a chance, please follow all 5 channels, man. We are all the Raw Society Coalition. And then make sure y'all just check everybody out. I'm trying to get to that 5K subs on my channel. And then y'all remember that the super chats are open as always, man. Any support is always good. He said, don't miss Plug and Souls, RSC 1181, man. We got the greatest sports show on earth. Pressure plays from the bayou to the turf. We got to get back on that. We still got y'all. We probably got to give them a double header. He said, don't misplay. Okay, that's the same. I see what he's doing. He put it on all. And then he said, make sure we help the RSC. We're trying to get our RSC channel up to 500 as well on the RSC channel. So shout out to everybody who's been supporting, man. We're going to close it out with another new song, man, that we started earlier for y'all for the No Middleman podcast. We're going to let that song play out, and then we're going to end the show. But y'all keep talking to each other, keep making good relationships in the chat. Appreciate all the wrenches tonight. Y'all came in clutch tonight. Appreciate y'all. And here goes another new song for the No Middleman. So here we go.
Grace with a voice that command attention. When I speak, they stop and listen because substance different from internet fiction. I'm your favorite uncle's uncle. Talk wisdom, make the weak feel humble. Seen too much for the fake to puzzle. Built through struggle, pain, and hustle. I give counsel from experience. Life lessons with endurance. Young cats need more direction, not followers chasing appearance. No middleman, we say it direct. Truth hit harder when the pressure connect. Souls got the vision in the platform, respects. So soft rain, calm vibes, but she come to collect. Plug talk wisdom, like the OG vets. Every episode feel like cultural threats. No fake energy, we exposing the mess. No middleman, put the truth to the test. This ain't just content, it's conversation with consequence. No middleman.
That's me.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman. We said direct. Truth hit harder when the pressure connect. Souls got the vision in the platform, respects. Soft rain, calm vibes, but she couldn't collect. Blood talk wisdom, like the OG vets. Every episode feel like cultural threats. No fake energy, we exposing the mess. No middleman, put the truth to the test. I'm the brain of the operation, therapist for the generation. Breaking down pain, ego manipulation. Every topic turned into revelation. Built this platform from dedication. 20 years service gave preparation. Now I talk life with articulation while the internet chase validation. No middleman, no sugarcoating. See the culture drowning while the fakes stay floating. Everybody viral but emotion he broke. I'm speaking healing every time the mic open. Peace and love but don't get confused. I still bring pressure with the hottest news. Calm in the storm when the timelines choose to turn pain to content and trauma to views. I bring balance to the room full of tension. Grace with a voice that command attention. When I speak, they stop and listen because substance different from internet fiction. I'm your favorite uncle's uncle. Talk wisdom, make the weak feel humble. Seen too much for the fake to puzzle. Built through struggle, pain, and hustle. I give counsel from experience. Life lessons with endurance. Young cats need more direction, not followers chasing appearance. No middleman, we say it direct. Truth hit harder when the pressure connect. Souls got the vision in the platform, respects. Soft rain, calm vibes, but she come to collect. Plug talk wisdom, like the OG vets. Every episode feel like cultural threats. No fake energy.
Yeah. This ain't no handouts. No shortcuts. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, now the whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshake, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turn losses to losses, then flipped it to passion.